Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Welcome to your Portal of Change reading. This reading is because what we have happening right now is, as of the day you are viewing this, we've got Pluto moving into Aquarius. Interesting. We got Pluto moving into Aquarius, but it's this Aries season here that has these two new moons. The first one's at 0 degrees and the second one's at 29 degrees, and that 29-degree one is actually an eclipse. And so there's this huge portal here that is opened up, and so we're going to take a look at what the activation is for it. How can you power it up working with these dragons here? What is the how can you make the shift? So what is it that, actions that you can take to make the shift? We're going to take a look at what archetypal energy for you to actually really lean into that will help you along this journey. And then we'll get some really practical, real world advice from the wisdom of the Tao. And so that's what we're doing here today. Okay. So this portal, the way I see it, we're coming out of the age of Pisces, right? And we're moving into the age of Aquarius. We're actually going to be, I really feel like the age of Aquarius, the dawning of the age of Aquarius is January 26th of 2028. So it's like right around the corner. We have a new moon eclipse at 6 degrees of Aquarius conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. And the North Node is at 2 degrees of Aquarius at that time. So if you're asking me, that's the date. And I have been asked that. When is it? So that's the date. Okay. Not everyone agrees. That's the date Maggie says. Okay, so what I see when I get into this energy is we're coming up out of this water, right? The Piscean water, and we crest the hill, and there's a portal that is open, and it's foggy because it's almost like kind of like in the change of the seasons, which is what we're at when the earth and the water are different temperatures, and so you get that fog, right? There's this fog as we're shifting energy and this portal, and you step through this portal, and on the other side there's lots of paths, and you get to pick using your heart what brings joy to help you to determine which one. But you have the halls of learning as a way to help you to activate this portal for yourself. And so this is with your spirit guides. This is the great lessons that you've learned, that energy of Pisces at being at the end of the zodiac journey. That whole thing of the spirituality, the connections that you've made through lifetimes with the different spirit guide teams and really activating and working with that energy now. So I'm sorry, did I say the halls of amenity? Because it says the halls of learning. And that is interesting that that's what came out of my mouth. The halls of amenity are, they're under the Great Pyramid. And that is a place to rest, to regenerate, which they're not the same as the halls of learning. And so that's really interesting. So it's almost as though the regeneration part is over, and now we're in the part of what have we learned and how can we use it. So halls of learning. These are sometimes known as the Great Halls. It is an etheric retreat dedicated to spiritual knowledge. Perfect for Pisces. They are training spaces for all souls, including those on earth and spirit guides, and those between lives. They have been visited by many spiritual seekers and seers and mediums over the years, and have been described in a giant, somewhat gothic university building with marble flooring, spiral staircases, tall books, tall bookcases, and some have said these halls are home to the Akashic records. Ooh. Well, others have wondered if they're connected to the halls of amenity. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I think they are. Because totally that's what I saw when I read this. Okay, so um, they're connected, they're not the same. Kyle Gray wants to go on to say they are definitely two different places. I believe they're two different places because the halls of amenity that I saw were not described as a big university type building, but they're but it is a regenerative energy where you dive into your spirituality and you heal that way. And so here with the learning, what have you learned? Okay. So how can you use this along the way? And so this is the mystery schools, and this is how you open up your clairvoyant abilities and other, all the clairs, right? Whatever ones you're using. The clairsentience, the seeing, the knowing, the feeling, the smelling, the hearing, right? So whatever it is, it's like tapping those gifts, tapping those gifts. Before you go to sleep at night, Pisces, especially while Neptune is in your sign, it should be very easy to do this. But I think for Pisces in general, it is. Because all my life I have a Pisces moon, and all my life I've been really good at doing this, and Neptune was definitely not in Pisces all my life. So you can set an intention to learn something, to do something, to create something, to know something before you fall asleep. And so you ask your spirit guide to protect you and to take you to the halls of learning for whatever skill it is that you're looking to develop. So manifesting through dream time, learning through dream time. I do want to say, if you're going to go down that path, it's really important that you keep a very regular bedtime schedule, that you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day, because it can be exhausting. Okay, so you're going to have to watch your diet, as in you want to eat very healthy and light, lower in fat, because you don't want it disrupting your sleep as the digestion goes on, and want to be really hydrated. And it is something that you can choose to do for like just a couple of weeks, or you can choose to do it longer, or whatever your schedule is, or maybe you choose to do it on Saturday night because you know Sunday morning you can sleep in. So whatever that is, but there is a need to be really open and connected to this energy. And Pisces, you can do this. You can do this. You are so gifted. So the thing is that you have the Earth Dragon that showed up here. So while this is like that dream time, working, learning, using that activation energy, the Earth Dragon says don't forget to stay connected. And so you'll want to make sure that you are doing the things that take care of your physical body, so that you are staying connected and you are staying grounded and you're in the reality of this world, while you use the dream time to escape, to learn, to grow in another dimension. And so it is going to be a balancing act that is going to be very important for you to maintain this. So it says stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing, very nice. And you can move forward in life. So the Earth Dragon helps to clear the energy around you, but also to anchor in. You'll want to anchor in. And then you have the Black Dragon. Again, this is very much this anchoring energy, but look how protective it is of this new growth cycle. And so, like I said, asking for protection. So you can choose to ask Archangel Michael to protect you, or you can choose to ask a Black Dragon to protect you. One of the seraphim, they're very high vibrational, or just ask for a dragon. Connects you so that your divine potential grows. I'm sorry, cocoons you. There's this very protective energy. I really think that when you travel, to remember to stay anchored here on Earth and have this black dragon be your guide. And so even as you're drifting off to sleep, you could actually ask your black dragon to safely carry you there and back. Ask for transportation. I hate to say it's like calling a cab, but it sort of is. So meditate and reflect to undergo this metamorphosis. So if you go into meditation before you go to sleep and you request this, we have bats in the belfry. Okay. Other people, if I'm talking to people about this, sometimes they're like, you're completely nuts. And you know what? I'm not. I'll tell you right now, I'm not. I'm probably way less nuts than most people. You can achieve great things. You got to believe in yourself. You got to trust yourself. You got to know that you know what you know, right? I have a friend who's a Pisces rising, and she had all these gifts, and she was afraid of them. But as she started using them and growing in confidence in it, it was wonderful to watch her open up. She's very shamanic. So what makes you unique is what makes you needed. Okay, so the amount of souls that wanted to incarnate during this lifetime was long. There was this huge, and not everybody got to. You were chosen. You were chosen because you were coming with certain gifts and certain goals and capabilities, and they want to continue helping you to grow and prep and keep moving forward. You're here for a reason. And we have little brothers, sisters. Okay, so siblings, younger friends, and responsibilities. That's what they're talking about. Okay, so that is accepting the fact that you came here to do something of value. And so you might be like, what are you talking about? I just have my family and I take care of it. That's important. Never underestimate the value of that. And so in teaching your children that they have value and that their ideas have value and that they're strong and they're capable, what you're doing, you don't know what gifts they came here to share, but what you're doing is giving them the fertile ground in which to grow. And you are like their black dragon that is protecting them as they grow. And so whatever it is that you're doing, whether this is at work nurturing somebody on the job, or whether you are somebody whose job is some kind of service oriented, and I say that because Pisces generally ends up in some kind of service oriented thing, even if it's customer service. Every moment that you act with kindness and give people the dignity of who they are and lift them up, you don't know. You may never know the entirety of what it is that you are doing, but trust that you're where you are at every moment for a reason. And so that's why we live in the moment, because that's the only one we can control, is that one moment, right? So you have here this card for the archetype to lean into, the vampire. And so, no, we don't want you to be a vampire. Even though we have the bats in the belfry. You don't, that's not it. This is pay attention, Pisces. You're very susceptible to the energy of vampires. You really are, because your sensitivity, your empathy is so much a part of who you are. And so there is a need to be protected and protect your own energy, and it's nice that Spirit's protecting your energy, but you need to do it too. And so I encourage you to look around your life. Yes, we have a responsibility to help others and to be there for them. But this says siblings, younger friends, okay? This is not the whole of everybody all the time. So understanding where those healthy boundaries are. Oh, you guys have Saturn that just moved into your sign. Over the course of the next 2 years, part of your halls of learning, whether you decide to do this at night or not, it doesn't matter, because Saturn is here, right here on the Earth, 3D kind of energy. When you're awake, you'll know it, you'll see it. Saturn plays out with responsibility. Your actions have consequences, and they can be positive or negative. Consequences just means that that's the result of the actions, right? And so Saturn's here to teach you, to guide you in learning how to create good, safe, healthy boundaries around your dreams, around your goals, around yourself, around your energy. Because you have the mother, the nurturer. Yeah. So they're not saying don't nurture. They're saying you also should be nurtured. And to know how to do this in balance. When enough is enough, and when to give a little more. And that is something to learn, right? And it's a balancing act. So this is patience and unconditional love and nurturing, and the joy in giving birth to life. Giving birth to life. Living in this now moment with joy and happiness. Very practical advice coming through here. We have relationship harmony. We have inspiration. We have power. And that power is symbolized by the dragon. And so this protection energy, super important, okay? We're going to cover that last. I'm going to go into the relationship harmony. This is a water, and these are both water elements here. Perfect for Pisces. The mystic power of water has brought you new passions, inspirations, and a burst of creative energy. Feelings and sensations can be overwhelming at this time. Use this opportunity to manifest your desires with your intuition and emotional intelligence. So yes, feel into the energy. Yes, follow the joy. Yes, yes, yes. But at the same time, keep everything in balance. Relationship harmony means that we don't let other people suck the life out of us. It's our job to protect our own energy. When people say things like, well, I was in this toxic relationship or blah, blah, then why were you there? You were there to learn that that is a boundary you need to create for yourself. It wasn't toxic. It was a learning, growing experience. If you didn't like it, there's usually a way out. I'm not going to say with absolute certainty, because somebody will have a reason or something, right? But oftentimes there's a way out. And it can be messy, and it can be painful, and it can be difficult. I walked away from an alcoholic husband with 3 children. One of them was barely, well, he was 2. The youngest was 2. And I'm like, I can't do this. Right? So, yeah, not easy, necessary. And one was a tween. I mean, I had my hands full. And so, there was a lot. It was hard. It was so hard, okay? But there was help at every turn when I looked for it. When I stopped feeling sorry for myself, picked myself up out of my soggy, wet puddle that I had cried myself into, and started looking around, there was help. And every day, sometimes it was 1 step forward, 4 steps backwards. That happened a lot, but I kept going. And that's what you're going to be asked to do with Saturn in your sign. I'm telling you that right now. So, water relationship harmony. A loyal and harmonious relationship or partnership is being manifested. So, if you leave yourself stuck in a situation where you're unhappy, you're going to miss out on something here. Fear of missing out should get you moving out of that situation if nothing else does, right? The bond between friends, lovers, and partners will grow and blossom. Nurture the relationships with no judgment and no expectations. Walk away from the things that don't work for you. And then you have the power of the dragon. I love this so much that you have this. Smooth soaring ahead. When you step into your power, when you create those safe, healthy boundaries around you, that is when that feels like smooth sailing for real. Because then you are soaring forward on your own power. You are driving the bus. And that's really important. So you lead with authority and mystical power. You are blessed with innate courage and tenacity, sophistication, but you are your greatest challenge. Refrain from self-centeredness and doubt. Ultimate success is predestined. If you don't get in your own way with your doubt, if you trust yourself, if you believe in yourself, if you believe you deserve the very best, because you do, as does everyone, then success will be yours. Because when Saturn is in your sign, Saturn says, you do the work, you reap the reward. But if you don't understand the process, I'm here to teach you halls of learning, the lessons that you need so that you understand the importance of being in your own power. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I'm on Facebook every day if you want to follow along with the energy. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. You guys, you lift me up so much. I really do appreciate it. And those of you that have been supporting me financially, thank you so much. As just a little note, if you want to support the channel using PayPal, I receive much more of what you send than if you send it through YouTube. But whatever works for you is fine with me. I really do appreciate you guys helping me out. So there you go. There you go. Get away from the energy vampires. Step into your own power and learn the lessons so you don't have to repeat any of the grades is what it feels like. All right, you guys take care. We'll talk to you soon. I'm going to get this on 222. Here we go.